and welcome again to another exciting adventures of
Beachcat
Cinema Corner. That's right.
I love doing that.
It's excellent. I love it. Me too. All right. Well, we got another good show for you today, and actually, we went to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
And I must say, I was actually pretty impressed with it. I like the nostalgia. I don't know many of you audience have ever played Mario Brothers as a youngster, or even some of the youngsters are watching watching this now, and like how like how the characters they came alive into this movie. I mean, I was deeply impressed. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way, man. I know we were talking in the car. I give the movie a 9 out of 10. I never give movies 10 out of 10s, and it doesn't mean that I would not want to change anything, because in that movie, I really wouldn't have wanted to change anything. For starters, for me, the movie was just overall really fun. And it's been a long time since I've seen a movie that was fun, but has a good storyline, a good plot, good amounts of balance of action and humor, drama, things like that. And again, as actors, we always watch things for study and to pick things up. But I was able to watch that movie and not think like that. So it really felt like you talked about nostalgia, going back to being a kid. But even like the references to Mario Kart and, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. What else did they have in there? They had the Donkey Kong. They had Diddy Kong and the little girl. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, if anybody knew who has watched it, those who haven't watched it, well, we're going to put a spoiler alert in the title anyway, just in case. But those who have watched it, if you notice the one that's seen that, like as Gary was just mentioning, there was Diddy Kong, right? And there was a girl that was by Diddy. Now, is she a sister or a friend of the Kongs? Let us know in the comments.
So I think that Diddy Kong is supposed to be Donkey Kong's little brother.
Oh, is it? Okay, so I thought it was Donkey Kong Jr.
Is that his kid?
Yeah, if you guys know about that one, please let us know about it. Yeah, because I'm getting kind of lost with it too. I'm trying to remember, because I remember playing the arcade game Donkey Kong Jr. and I was thinking that maybe it was Diddy Kong. Then he had the N64.
Yeah,
I'm thinking myself that that there was that the game where they had with Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong together on the adventure. But yeah, I mean, I think that's we were trying to find out name. But any of you guys, if you know if Diddy Kong is the brother or son of Donkey Kong, please put the comments below.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
And I mean, again, guys, we're going to notify spoiler alert, so just so you know. But even when they went back and showed the baby Mario and baby Luigi, which again, like, if you ever played again Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Paper Mario, these like just continuous nostalgic references to the past games, the music, like they would have little hints of the old songs.
Oh yeah.
Even when the one Koopa turned into a blue shell, the blue shell spun around the cart a few times before it hit, like it does in the video game. The animation was awesome. It genuinely felt like I was playing Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii or the Switch. It wasn't Melee. Oh my god, I cannot remember. Brawl. It was Brawl.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, yes. Yeah. Now it's going to make it sense there. Yes.
The cutscenes in that game, like the way the characters looked in the intro loading screen before the name popped up on the screen, like it felt like you were just genuinely watching a movie like that. And even the fight styles of combat in the movie, you're like, is this going to turn into a Super Smash Bros. Movie?
Yeah.
You can feel it coming, man. You can feel it. A few years from now,
Yeah, I think I totally agree. I think that this movie is going to set more movies coming out for the Mario Brothers again. I mean, I know as many of you have probably seen the other Mario Brothers back in '93, the one that was played by Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. Yeah, that was a kind of a different way of Mario Brothers, which is something that I was not intending for it to be that way. Not that I made the movie, but I was a little disappointed in that particular movie, because it seemed like it wasn't exactly what I grew up with playing video games on. I mean, those who are the visionary, those who came up with this stuff, and I can understand that. Okay, yeah, you want to try to differentiate. Yeah. I know I'm not tongue tied today. The distinction between the game and then your own vision of what how you want the characters look like in your movie. And but you just, I mean, you got all your Game Boys, all your fans out there that's gonna say like, no, just keep it as it is,
right?
I think that's what they should have done. Other than that, I mean, Bob Hoskins, may he rest in peace, great actor. John Leguizamo, another great actor. I like his stuff as well. But I just think that the storyline was just a little off. The character, the look of the characters, the Koopas look a little too weird. They're like overgrown Oompa Loompas, like with turtle heads, just one around, one like this,
And I genuinely feel that there are some things that are animated that should stay into that animated realm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's one of the things I liked about this one was that there's obviously like real people living in the real world with Mario and Luigi, and I really like how they spun that around with the whole accents and how it was kind of played on. And it's not the real voices. That was good because one of the biggest concerns we all had before seeing the movie was where's Chris Pratt's accent? So that was really cool how they spun it around, but it was cool how they had like actual people living in their city and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then you also get hints of Luigi's Mansion. I know that was a really, really popular game for GameCube. I think they came out with the second one for the Wii. Mm-hmm. So there were always like little hints of stuff, of just games of that world. And I mean, you picked up on some stuff in the movie.
I did, yeah, and probably some of your audience members probably picked it up too. That again, have seen the movie. That when they first the scene where they're at a pizzeria, the name of the pizzeria was Punch Out Pizzeria. And if you notice in the background, I don't know if it was probably an Easter egg or whatnot. You can see some of the fighters was Glass Joe was one of them. I think was it Piston Honda. There was Little Joe, like kind of on the other side where the character Spike was talking to the Mario Brothers. Mm-hmm. I caught that one there. So yeah, and then plus if you hear the score, then you can hear like just like from the video games, like do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god!
Or like even when Bowser was playing the piano.
Yes. Oh, and by Jack Black. Oh my gosh, what a great cast that they have him in there, because number one, for one, he is funny, and number two, the guy can sing. Man. The guy totally rocks on this. And I once again going into the cast, I think that they had a really good cast on there. But like Garrett mentioned, Chris Pratt that played Mario. You had Charlie Day playing Luigi, and Anya Taylor as the princess, and Keegan Michael as playing Mr. Toad, and of course once again Jack Black playing Bowser. I think that was a great call in the cast. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even with what I feel like they did with Peach, because I know again the earlier games, the really early games, they had Peach kind of like this damsel in distress. But I think in certain games, because in some of the games when you start playing, you don't see when Bowser comes and takes her. It's either she's there or it's just a super short cutscene. But I know in some of the games they obviously explain like if Bowser was going to come, just like in the movie he did, like, hey, if you don't come marry me, I'm going to destroy all of Toad Kingdom or Mushroom Kingdom. And I think it was interesting that they really showed. It kind of leaned into Peach's like more warrior-esque side in some ways, which I'm sure some people are going to have mixed opinions about that. And if you guys do have different thoughts about it, would love to see your comments below.
Absolutely.
But in some of the games, you do get to play like, what's crazy is there's a video game for Nintendo DS that's about Peach and Daisy, her sister, and they're both having these hero warrior-esque things about them. And you get to use Peach in some of the different games like Smash Bros. And some of the other Mario games where you actually have gotten to play as her, and she's very similar to that too.
Oh, cool! Honestly, I didn't see that game there before, but cool. But that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
because Peach, she's tough, man. She's awesome. I like all this stuff, and especially when they the scene where they had all those carts. And automatically I started feeling, on the Rainbow Road, automatically I started feeling, the Mario Kart game. It was like, it's like, and then,
especially when he's drifting and he's like, woohoo!
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, this movie was pretty good. Mm-hmm. My only little critique about the movie was at the end, where all of a sudden, like, all the stuff started coming to the real world. And then, which, to me, I mean, I just felt like they should have just still kept it
in that world.
in that realm and all stuff. But then, all of a sudden that Mario and Luigi, they come out. But I mean, but the whole purpose was for them to save the world, because they call themselves the Super Mario Brothers when they did their commercial.
Right.
So, yeah. And I think, I mean, in some ways, I guess it was okay, but again, to me, it was a little too far, a little far fetched on the other world coming into the real world, Brooklyn. But as a New Yorker, home New Yorker myself, we went to Brooklyn. I was like, oh yeah. You don't mess with Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're tough. We're good like that. But yeah, I said overall, I mean, I would give the movie about an 8. I strongly encourage anybody to go check it out, see it for yourself, see what you think. Okay, and and leave your comments down there.
Yeah, also let us know. I mean, when you see certain movies like that, like you can presume that there's going to be a sequel or a spin-off or something. Again, I would love to see them dabble a little bit more into Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion, things like that. But what do you guys think would happen in a sequel to that movie? Let alone what if they ended up doing a prequel? What would you guys like to see happen? I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
And if any of y'all stay at the end of the credits, just like they do on Marvels, and tell me what you think about that. I actually think that was actually gonna be pretty cool. One of my other favorite characters of the Mario brother realm. Too.
Yeah.
But well, I guess that about wraps it up. I think we're pretty much all done with the whole discussion about the Super Mario Brothers. But guys, again, we appreciate you all. You're listening. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Click like button, and so we deeply do down. We appreciate all your listening and your watching, and we'll be doing more. And so for the meantime, guys, have a great time. Have a great time. Take care of yourself. Guys, take care of yourself. Have a great day. See you on the next time.